The
He's
Fat and Spicy Show. Like,
rocking
I
the
love
air
that intro,
dude,
man.
come on. It's a classic. It's an instant
It's a
classic
classic.
already.
It's an instant
Already.
classic. Just
I
like
think it
Spicy.
it's yeah, like these knees of mine. What are you talking about, dude?
Tell me about
Man,
it.
dude. Oh, dude. Good to be back, dude. Good to be back. It's good to see you guys again.
Ooh.
Good to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we missed you on Thursday, homie.
Hey, well, duty calls, and unfortunately,
I
duty
know.
means work, and
Slacking.
work means paying bills, and working for the man.
Every night
So,
and day, especially nights with you.
oh yeah, dude. I worked them.
What a weird day to pull you into Thursdays of all days. Yusuf with the raid. Come on now.
No, I can't say that for a fact.
Yeah.
So Yusuf, shout out, man. We hope you enjoyed your stream. We hope you got into some crazy antics. I heard from a little birdie that you were trying to run for mayor.
Yeah, he's trying to run for mayor of Savage RP.
Man, oh
He and I went
man,
out and hit the mean streets last night and had a long talk about it.
man, that's
It
crazy.
looks like Mama Lisa is redeeming a sing mode over here. She wants you to sing his praises.
Do it, Jacob. You have to sing it.
What are his praises? You want me to sing his campaign motto? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Give
yes.
us a little
Come on,
campaign jingle.
make it
All
up.
right, all right, all right. Ready? Okay.
I'm
I'm
ready.
gonna start half of it. You finish the other half. Okay,
Oh
we're gonna
shit.
do. All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot as well. Let's see. We're gonna go with Yusuf having that old town cat that lady sing this song. So we're gonna do something like that. Let's see. Yusuf is a baldo man. Do da. Right? That sounds pretty good. I'd vote
I
for
dig
that
it.
guy. Let's see.
Vote for Yusuf. Yes, indeed. Your life will be okay.
Oh my
Will be
god, you guys are
complete.
awful at this.
What are you talking about? This is the
That was
best
that
thing.
that that's an award. We're gonna win a Podsy or whatever they call the podcast awards just for that song.
Yeah. We're gonna win a Podsy.
I don't know what they call them. What do they call the podcast awards? Does anybody know?
Oh,
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. But you know what? We absolutely
You're
just got
fired.
Yusuf
You're
elected with
both
that song.
fired.
that's his new camp. If he doesn't use that for his campaign song,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
flying in
disappointed.
and I'm breaking his legs.
I think I need to put that on the soundboard for next week. I'm gonna clip that little song. We're just gonna play that over
Yeah.
and over and over again until he gets elected.
Vote for Yusuf all day long. Do da do da. There you go. It just gets
Have you ever
stuck in
seen
people's head.
you ever seen that episode of Simpsons where they're like in like the amusement park and it's like this broken down amusement park and everything's like dying? That's what it feels like.
Is it melting?
I don't remember. I just remember some episode of them going to a amusement park and it was like an abandoned amusement park. Maybe it wasn't The Simpsons. Maybe it was on like what's the cartoon The Simpsons used to watch?
The cartoon?
Itchy
You
and
talking about
scratchy.
Itchy and
It was an
Scratchy?
itchy and
Itchy and
scratchy
scratchy.
episode, I think. Something. Yeah, anyways.
By the way,
Itchy and Scratchy. That sounds like Yusuf after a Friday night.
if you look in the chat, it says Yusuf was so excited to get to raid you guys. Total fanboy mode.
Oh,
Ah!
I can already picture it. I
I
can
can hear him.
already
Hey
picture.
guys, we have to hurry up. I have to go on the Fat and Spicy show. That's my Yusuf impersonation. I don't know if it's any good, but it's the best I can do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yusuf. I love you with all my heart, brother. But
Oh
what I do.
God, this is tragic. What are you talking about?
It was
Okay,
beautiful.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one day me and Spicy will do a karaoke for you guys. How about that?
Yeah, it'd be a
You
fun night.
know, and then Laws will sneak in a song or two. You know
Yeah.
what she loves to sing.
Memories like the corner of my mind. Perfect. Yeah, we got it. Well, speaking of elections, our election is coming up, the United States election, and
That's
I'm
true.
not going to bring well, I have to bring the mood down. I'm sorry, guys, but we all know what happened. Jacob, tell the people. They all know, but let's reiterate for the boys and girls out there.
I was trying to be sexy and send somebody a picture of myself out of the shower and oh my bad. We're not talking about that.
No,
Oh,
dude.
my
No, the
bad.
other thing. The
Oh,
CIA,
okay,
you couldn't
okay.
talk about that
Oh,
one yet.
yeah, no, that's a little more in the cover than the other thing. Drunk Disney karaoke, perhaps, but yeah, no, guys, if you haven't heard, if you haven't watched the news, there was an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, guys, and there has been so much controversy around this whole subject, so many conspiracies flying left and right, guys.
Yep.
I mean, this whole thing is a mess, and we're gonna try to make some sense about it.
We're
If
going to
not,
try.
dive deeper into the rabbit hole. I'm ready.
Before we look at the actual event, why are we so fascinated with conspiracies? What is it that fascinates us and that makes us want to look deeper?
I think we talked about this earlier, man, and I was telling you, how humans are naturally curious creatures. It is what we do the best that, I mean, growing up, what were we watching? Scooby Doo? Come on,
Yeah,
man. We want to know. We want to know who's behind the mask. We
that's
want to
true.
know how things work. When we were little, we used to take apart our toys, man. We used to rip the heads off the Barbie dolls,
You
and to
did?
see what was under there.
Sign of
We
a
are natural.
sociopath, amigo.
We're natural tinkerers, I mean,
I know.
Barbie dolls and squirrels are two different things, you can't go too far. We're no,
That's you make me choke on my beer. Barbie dolls
so like,
You're right, you're right.
but that's just how we are. We are naturally curious beings. And I think for that reason and the fact that we don't know and the fear of the unknown, people have a lot of fear when they don't know and they can't control the scenarios. And also, we don't really have a history of being told the truth a lot too. So I think it's just kind of in us already to be nosy and to create our own assumptions.
I think people just want to think that everybody's out to get them.
I don't think
Possibly. Well,
I don't think anybody wants to ever think. Do you imagine how much anxiety
Oh
you would
my
have?
god, there's so many people who complain and are just like feel like everybody's just out to get them all the time. I don't know, man.
well, you do
Just
have
yeah.
you do have a syndrome where people think that somebody is thinking about them all day. I got
Yeah.
a guy in my kitchen. He's like, all day long, all the people are looking at me in the kitchen while I cook. I'm like, dude, nobody in this place gives a fuck about you. They see something moving in the kitchen around, and they're not like, oh, that guy's wearing dirty jeans, or maybe they are, but you know what I mean. It's not everybody
Yo,
thinking about you. So
that is I love
what?
way to amp up your fucking cooks, man.
I'm
Way
just saying.
way to help fill those fucking voids they got, man. Look here, you piece of shit. Nobody gives a fuck
No,
about you.
what I'm saying is like the conspiracy theories, not this one, because we don't know anything about this yet, really. But like a lot of these, it's like you don't know, so I'm telling my guys to focus their energies on what's in front of you, which is the food, not what
I
people are
get it.
saying.
Okay, I'll tell you my one of my things is like, okay, when I go to the restroom at work, all right, because Grant, guys, I work 12 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go to the restroom at work. Sorry, it's crazy.
I thought they
Um,
made you guys wear diapers.
I have a weird tendency to think that people are gonna walk in and they're just like looking at my shoes and they're like, yeah, and then they're gonna go out and they're gonna be like looking for those shoes and they're gonna be like, that's the guy, that's the pooper,
Dude, I
you
don't
know.
care. Let
Right, but
people
yeah, but in
listen.
actuality,
But
nobody
who
gives
really?
a
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. But who's
Nobody
really doing it?
cares.
And if they are doing that, shame on you. That's just weird.
Yeah,
But again, it's just one of those irrational fears, man. Kind of like the irrational fear I have of being, home invasion while I'm on the toilet.
Wait,
You
really?
what?
know,
Sorry.
y'all don't have that fear.
No.
Okay, you're on the toilet, you're taking a dump, and somebody kicked your fucking door in. What do you do?
I've never been on the toilet and
I
had
mean, at
somebody
least you're in a
No, I
place where
know.
you
No,
could,
butt
if
in.
you
you're
never. Of course, you never had it
not
happen. But
shitting
what do
your
you
pants.
do?
What do you
But
do? You go fucking
yeah,
gorilla style. You reach in that toilet, you grab that chocolate monkey, and you fling it at that guy. It's exactly what you do. There ain't no way about it, dude. You use what's at your disposal, kung fu
You
style.
grab the plunger man and you just plunge his face right off.
No, no, you grab the dookie. You give it to him, fucking full frontal, man.
oh
Just
no, we're
splat.
not. Oh man, it's horrible. What's wrong with you guys? These guys,
Ask the
you know,
listeners. Am I
and it's
wrong? Am I wrong?
and I
I
tell
mean,
the people all the time, I'm like, what do you do? Do you get up?
that's
Do you
smart.
fight? Do you try to wipe as much as you can? Like, what do you do?
I'm gonna go with spicy. You
You
I'm
fling
just
just
that doo
saying.
doo.
y'all just flinging.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lisa says that Child's Play made her afraid of getting jumped on the can.
dude, my
That's
brother.
another thing I said. I said, what if you're sitting there and you're in the bathroom and then three guys just run in and drag you off and start stomping on you? What do you do?
What kind of a
Uh,
life do you lead where you're afraid of people coming in and stomping you? I live a
Man,
peaceful life. I don't have any enemies. But you also have to
you never
remember,
know. You could be
I
at the
have a
restaurant, bro,
105-pound dog.
and somebody thinks that you shorted them on the cheese on that pizza, bro. And they just come in and start whooping you on you
Well, if you remember,
in the toilet can.
about a month back on the show, I told you that I had a guy yelling at me at the restaurant. Or did we talk? I don't remember if I talked about it on the show or pre-show. But some guy snap on me. I was outside having a cigarette. He just starts screaming at me, like, "Go
Yeah,
fuck yourself." I'm like, "What do you want from me?" But I just turned around and walked inside. I'm not going to challenge the guy.
But again, what do you do in the situation where he grabs you on the shoulder and says, "I'm talking to you"? Like,
Oh, he wouldn't have had he was too far away. I would have run to the kitchen, closed the
oh
door.
yeah.
I mean,
hey,
I
But
wasn't
you
in
did tell me.
danger,
You
but
did tell me though. You said you would have grabbed the biggest knife you could find.
oh, if he
You
would have
know,
followed me into the kitchen, yeah, I've got 9-inch knives. I would have had no problem just being like, "Back off, motherfucker."
the cleaver.
so back to conspiracy theories. I was looking it up here, and there was this psychological bulletin journal entry in a journal entry or whatever. Words are hard, guys. So yeah, there's a journalist here wrote something on this, an article, and it basically is saying that instead, so many turn to conspiracy theories to fulfill deprived motivational needs and to make sense of distress and impairment.
Those are a
I can
lot
buy
of big
that,
words,
but there's a
and my
part of me that
brain has
wonders.
not renewed all the way yet.
There's a real part of me that wonders if there's some kind of a payoff mentally for thinking that you know more than the average person. I know what's going on behind 9/11. I know what the conspiracy behind Trump. I'm smarter than the rest, and it's some kind of self-satisfaction, maybe. I don't know.
And unfortunately, like I said, that the truth and the reality of it is we'll never 100% truly
No,
know what happens.
no. It's like
You
Kennedy. You'll
know,
No.
never know.
no, I know birds aren't
Uh,
real. The squirrels aren't real.
Someone mentioned
yeah,
something
I've
about
I've heard
Kennedy,
that
a
one.
I
floating
saw this
bullet or
video. I
something.
saw this video where they're like making the squirrels come to him by doing this little motion here to the squirrels. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Never. I don't really want to try. I don't trust squirrels, man.
I'm not about ready to
Um,
get bit by a fucking squirrel.
You should
yeah,
do
you
that with your
know,
body in front of a few and just see what they do.
I've done it before. It actually lures them in. They love it.
Before
They
we get
love
too
them.
carried away with your squirrel fetish, we do want to give a thought to the family of Corey. How do you pronounce his name? Comparator,
I
the
try,
former
man, and for
fire
the
chief,
life of
and
me,
that's
I did not
the
want to
best I
butcher it.
could do. But
Yeah, but
shout out to the
unfortunately,
family.
like I
That
said, as fun things, as funny things are to talk about, there are serious moments, guys.
This
And
guy.
unfortunately, with that,
there
yeah,
he is.
unfortunately, with that incident, there was somebody that did lose their life. And this guy was a father, a former fire chief. And as the articles that you read will say that he died shielding his family. So if you want to see a picture of a hero, it's not a picture to me. It's not a picture of a guy with a fist in the air, but it's this guy right here. So definitely, rest in
True.
peace to this guy, Corey. You know,
Com-
you do what you
I
have to
don't know what
do.
we
comparator.
have to do.
Comparator? I
Yeah,
don't know.
comparator. I don't know what we have to do to put a band-aid or a suture or fix the broken bones of this country, but the fact that people are so quick to rush to violence anymore over the smallest disagreement. Look, dude, let's just tell the audience before the show, you and I have the pre-show meeting, and we had a spirited debate about something that we both disagreed on. And at the end of it, I'm like, hey, by the way, I have to go cook dinner. I love you. I'll see you for tonight's show. And Jacob's like, cool, see you later. There was no hate. There was no, I don't want to work with this guy because of the way he feels about this or the way Spicy feels about that. We understand that each other are different. That's what makes this show great. If we were the same person, if there was two Jacobs on the screen or two Fatsies or two
Golly,
Spicies, it wouldn't work. You
I'd
guys are
choke
sick of
you.
it, right? But instead, you got an old Italian dude and a chunky Hispanic dude, and our producer down there pushing all the buttons, being a female. What I'm saying is we have diversity and we're all different and we all find a way to get along no matter what. Um, I'm not dissing Jacob for anything he does. He's not coming back at me. And if there is any of that, it's not violent. We work our shit out. We talk. That's all there is to it. Why can't this country talk anymore? Why is there no honest debate? This is how I feel, and if you don't feel that way, you're a fuck.
Well, that's again, the conversation that we had behind closed doors, and we did discuss a little bit of that Tower of Babel theory. But we're not going to go into that, this
No, no,
episode.
no.
Maybe next week or something. We'll dive a little deeper into that. But this guy today, guys, we do want to focus on this, this assassination attempt. We are going to play the video, guys. So just a little heads up. Um, if you're squeamish about a little blood off the ear, you probably don't want to see it.
A
But we're
little.
not going to show anything crazy. We're not going to show anything more than the media has showed, you know. And yeah, let's dive into it, guys. We're gonna go ahead and hush our lips real quick and watch this video.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, this is where I come in, guys. I'm just kidding.
Yes, please.
Tell them a little bit about, like, just talk a little bit more about this because I'm having some issues here.
It's all right, guys. So basically, for you that don't know, there was an assassination attempt at one of Trump's rallies. You know, guys, it was a 20-year-old by the name of Matthew Crooks.
No, Thomas Matthew Brooks.
Brooks. I'm sorry, that's
Brooks,
my
yeah.
fault.
Thomas Matthew Brooks
No,
was
Right,
the
Mark?
20-year-old that did this with an AR style weapon. I don't know the caliber of weapon. It couldn't have. I'm assuming it's nothing extraneous because the ear was just pierced instead of more
yeah,
damage. But I don't know.
yeah.
Again,
But it
there's a
was
lot of facts that haven't come out.
it was his father's gun, though. We are saying that his father is saying that he did say that he was going to take that gun to the range that day, and when he didn't find him there or didn't hear anything back, that's when he did get a little worried and concerned.
Which makes me wonder what the kids. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, not this one here. This is not it. Which one? No, the one that actually shows. Dun, dun, dun. That's it.
You
Yep.
want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Move to the spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go.
Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare.
Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready.
We ready?
You want to hear something that I think is weird?
Yeah.
You literally only see people focused on Trump right now. You don't see, like, this guy lost his life, right? But where is he in this mess?
About 260 yards away on top of a building.
No, not the shooter, the guy who lost his life.
Oh, I don't know.
And that's another thing. That's another thing that are kind of like leading on these conspiracies. Here comes the iconic, fist in the air.
But all these people are cheering while this guy's dying. Where is this
They're
guy
cheering
at?
that he's okay,
Right,
that
but like
President Trump's
someone
okay.
else is.
I don't think he's been recognized as dead yet. I'm sure there are some people on the ground that are like, what's going on? But they're all eyes on Trump. I mean, he's the focal point of it all.
Yeah, but if
I
like how
get it.
many? Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
how many
But
bullets
I
were
think that,
shot?
All right, so we can go ahead and stop that there.
yeah,
All right, so a lot of things that are coming to play, and that is fueling these conspiracy, theorists and theories are, some of the kind of the odds and ends, the unmentionables, and the kind of the one things that are just thrown in your face. They're like, what the heck? And as Law says, why is nobody panicking and looking down and screaming that there's somebody bleeding on the floor? We don't know where these people were shot at. If it was a torso wound, all that stuff. You don't see. It's not like the movies where you get shot and you're just leaking.
no.
You're just. It's not like that. It's the same way that when a vehicle wrecks, it doesn't explode. On
I
impact or
did
anything
hear
like
that
that.
that the victim was shot in the head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
shot. In the
so
head. That's what I heard.
if someone was shot in the head, you would think the bullet would be in the general area of Trump, right?
Well, we don't know because as soon as he started, firing, we don't know if he got sloppy, because they were returning fire to him.
And there were more shots than. I mean,
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't the first shot that hit him. It was like the second or third shot that hit him.
Yeah. So we don't know exactly. People are saying that Trump turned his head just at the right moment.
Yeah,
And
he
that's what
really did. I
like,
mean,
yeah.
if you really
And
want to be
if we
honest,
pull up the diagram, if we pull up the layout, we can get a little more insight as to maybe why we didn't see him. If you look at the angle from which the shooter was shooting, it wasn't straight ahead. It was at an angle. So if he missed them, there's no telling where that bullet went or who it hit off screen.
I mean, you could miss somebody that's standing right in front of you and hit somebody 300 yards away, and
Yeah.
not know it.
You see, and I believe that's how the stage was. So he's actually shooting at an angle. So we don't know who's all the way to the right over here, off camera. We don't know where those other bullets went. So it's very hard to see. Some people were speculating that it was the female in the back that dropped, but now it came out it was the gentleman, Mr. Corey. Um, two other people were hit though. I don't really
Right.
know the identity of those victims there.
No.
But if we look, he's not that far. I mean, this is a huge open area, and these points I think are picked strategically for that because they're open, because they're far away from buildings and stuff like that. So Trump knows what he's doing if he's the one that's pointing to where to go, where he wants to meet.
Right.
But to me, one of the biggest things that leads to these conspiracies is the fact that it's a white roof. It's not like the guy was out there in a ghillie suit. It's not like he was in the woods or anything like that. He wasn't shooting from in cover. He was on the roof in a gray shirt and
Yeah.
blue jeans and a black assault rifle.
Now let's talk about the next
khakis.
part.
There we go. Yeah.
Let's move on to the next part. 3 minutes.
Which one?
3 minutes before he was allowed to take a shot. Before the cops were allowed. And what about the cop that said he saw the guy and wasn't allowed to take the shot through Secret Service?
There is that guy. There is that conspiracy. There is that guy that says this was on a 4chan, guys. There's no credibility behind this at all.
No.
There's none at all. This just happened. It could very well be a troll, or
And there's a part of me that really thinks it is.
it could very well, and it could also be the truth. We don't know, and that's the thing about it. All we have is these pieces of evidence of somebody claiming to be a certain somebody on a particular 4chan what do
Board.
they call it?
Message board.
Yeah.
Message board. Yeah. I don't know what's
So
more criminal though, an assassination attempt on the president, or the fact that you read 4chan.
again, when you're in there and you're researching, bro, it's just it is what it is. It pops up.
Hey,
You're gonna look at it. Anything that links, anything that has any particular ties, you're gonna want to read about it. You're gonna want to try to piece the puzzles together. So, and this is it right here. This is the one. So this guy here, if you look, there's the infamous picture of the snipers that are on on the roof, the ones that took him out. He says, "My
I got
name is
bad eyes. Can you
Jonathan
read that?
Willis."
Yeah.
Yeah, he says,
Yeah.
"My name is Jonathan Willis. I'm the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. I came here to inform the public that I had the assassin in my sights for at least 3 minutes, but the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perp. He said 100% the top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shot at President Trump." And then a lot of people go on there, they're like, post pictures of your tattoo, post pictures of your gun, of your badge, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling him out,
Yep.
and the only other thing that he releases is this other one here. It says, "I didn't follow the orders though. As soon as the shooter opened on Trump, I returned fire despite strict orders to not engage. I had eyes on the shooter for 3 minutes watching him fiddle with his rifle and adjust his scope. It was obvious he was a shooter, yet I wasn't allowed to engage. After I killed the shooter, I was arrested, questioned by the FBI, and released an hour ago. Already lost my job for not following orders, but I'm glad I took the shot."
All
The
right. So
shots.
I got 2 things to say about that. 1, if you already knew you were going to lose your job, which you probably guessed if you were violating Secret Service orders, why didn't you just take the shot right away? Why did you wait for 3 minutes if you knew he was going to get his rifle ready? If you're sworn to protect the Constitution and the people of this country as a police officer, you take the fucking shot. I don't give a shit. That's all there is to it.
At least a shot that enables him, from don't take a kill shot maybe, but take a
Oh
shot
no,
that
there's no such thing in that point. You're absolutely taught that you do not, even in even in traffic stop shootouts, there's no such thing as a disabling shot. You shoot to kill.
Which is crazy because
If
I
you have
saw
to shoot,
people
you have to shoot to kill.
defending it. And they're like, "Oh, what if he would?" They got to make sure that they got to make sure that this guy is an actual threat. They got to make sure that he's not just somebody up there
Mhm.
taking photos. It's a rifle.
It's a rifle.
Put the picture on the roof again up there, Laws, of him on that roof.
And while
You
you're putting that
see this
picture up,
guy
here's my
on
second
a
point that I wanted to make
yeah,
about it.
on a white
If you're
roof.
if you're really that cop, is 4chan where you're gonna go to give that information? Honestly? Aren't you gonna
I
go to the
mean,
media and put these things out? You've already gotten fired. It's already a thing. You're gonna go to
yep.
4chan and post this?
Do you want that
That's like saying
video
my
of?
main outlet. Yeah, there. Oh, that's the shooter, right?
So
Yeah.
this is the shooter here on the roof. This is exactly
Mhm.
this picture here. Another thing to add fuel to the flames of conspiracy, guys. This picture was taken by somebody on the floor, on the
Yes.
ground.
On the ground.
And you'll see the video here. Will show you where people were actually saying that they were telling the police officers there's a shooter on the roof. There's a guy on the roof, and the guys and the officers were just they were just acting like they didn't know what to do.
Mhm. Yeah, let's play that. I wanna see that one, please.
Yeah, we can make that full screen.
What's pointing?
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
I feel like we're
Instead, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have.
Look, he's moving.
We have people that.
and he even said officer.
It's much tougher than it.
I'm standing there pointing
You
at
hear
him
him screaming.
for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
Can we just comment real quick on this guy?
Big red over here.
Yeah. No.
And the fact that he's wearing one of those hats that have the hair on it.
Not that.
I love that. The
I
visor.
mean, yeah, come
No,
on, man.
this
It's a
guy
classic.
here. He looks
And
so
next thing you
bored.
know-
This guy, the guy on the reporter, he looks so bored. He's
Oh,
like, I hate my job.
Oh, he's just really hot. You know how hot it is out there?
oh yeah,
It's gotta be
look
90
at him.
fucking degrees. Look at him.
That shirt is on his last button. He he knows he should be somewhere fighting Batman in his penguin suit.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just
you know.
all he wants to think about is his next bucket of chips. He's like, I don't care. Just
No,
hurry
but
up
no.
with this. I don't mean that. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's
I
rude.
had to add
but
some
no.
humor to this conversation.
No, of course, of course. And it is a deep conversation, and it should be, because these are awful times for our country.
No, it's a serious matter, guys. As much as we joke about it and stuff like that, it's a very serious matter. Somebody lost their life. Somebody else could have lost their life. There was more things that could have happened in that situation. And despite what we want to look at it, they did at least stop. I will say the Secret Service, even though they did a sloppy job, in my opinion, they did do a good job at eliminating the threat, because what was found in his car as well in his home of the shooter was explosives and explosive materials to make explosives. So there's no
And they
telling.
they had a full profile of this guy. What, 2 hours after the shooting? They knew
Mhm.
everything.
Yep. But
Yeah,
again,
but
is that
slacking
thing?
on the police job. I mean, like, you have people telling you there's someone laying on top of a building. Jesus.
And that's where the conspiracies come into play. People were saying that it was a job that was done by Trump, that Trump paid them to do it.
I've seen that.
That he was
What's
the
that little
one.
yellow thing in his hand and all that crap,
Yeah,
right?
that he cut himself. I was like, how do
Right.
you? First of all, it's a hole
Yeah.
in his ear, unless he took and punched a hole in his ear. But again, it's more or less like, did he do it to get those boosts, to get that rating boost? Because everything's looks sketchy. Why is the Secret Service gonna let him pose? Why they're worried about him getting his shoes?
Right.
In the midst of it, he's like, "Oh, my shoes, my shoes," and they're wondering why the Secret Service isn't rushing him off the stage, or just doing the best to move him as fast as possible. But no, he's posing for that iconic photo there. He's worried about his shoes.
I've
They're
seen
standing there
assassination
huddled.
attempts in other countries where the minute there's the sound of a gunshot, the guy's not hit, just the pop. These guys are like throwing him into a limo. Like, there's no walking, there's no wait for him to get my shoes. Like, I don't understand why they walked him out of there so slow. I don't get the pointing out to the guy up there and people saying, there's the guy up there. There's so many questions, but is this a deep state thing, like you says on our title? Is the Illuminati behind it? Is there more to the story? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you what Spicy thinks, and this is my opinion. I think it was one pissed off dude who decided to do something foolish. I don't really know that there's a conspiracy behind it. I think when we get scared, like Jacob said, we're curious people. We want to find something. We want to find any fulcrum of the truth. So sometimes we want to make it up and lean to the stories that make the most sense to us. Really, guys, instead of focusing on that, let's just focus on healing.
The more that I look at it, you know what I'm saying, it's it's obvious that some people there were there to do their job, and they did their job the best to the best of their ability. You know, you try to rationalize and make sense of it. You say, what do you do in that situation? Yeah, you know what you're trained to do, but it's the same way with soldiers in the army. You know, yeah, you know what you're trained to do, but you don't really know what you're gonna do until that bullet comes whizzing by your head. You know, or you see, you know, explosive mines, you know, in front of you go off. You don't know what you're gonna do until those moments. It doesn't matter how trained you are. There's no better training than hands on, and until you've had hands on, you know, again, we don't really
And
know what we're gonna do
unfortunately,
in the
the only way to
situation.
get hands on is when someone's about to get hurt.
I will say that if it's conspiracy or not, without stating my opinions, you know, if this if this were true, like that's not saying that I don't believe it is. I'm just saying if it were true, like if this really did happen, man, that guy recovers well. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got
Yeah, no
that
shit.
fist in the air and he's ready to like say like, look what I just overcome. Like
Oh,
he
But I
hey,
he
I'm
he
think
not a
handles it well, you know.
But I think as somebody who's going in with so much opposition, somebody, if you're running for president, you already know that there's going to be a target on your back. No matter what
Oh
you do,
yeah,
there's going to be
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
you are there. You are going to be in the midst of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something I think that Trump already knows and knew prior to going into this. I mean, he already ran once. He already dealt
Yeah.
with it once. You know,
You can't tell me
and
he's not wearing a vest in that video.
you know, and
You know,
Trump is
he's prepared.
Trump
He
is one of
knows.
those guys. He's very power
Oppor-
motivated.
Opportunistic.
You know, well that too, but you know, he's very I want to say power forward. That's like, you know, but he's a strong. He carries himself like he's 20 feet tall.
Yeah, he does.
You know, he's got that mentality of, hey, I'm the bigger mother. I'm the biggest. You know, I got the biggest one in the room.
The biggest dick in the room. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
So
mentality that he has. So, you know, for him to do something like this, it's not unprecedented. It's not out of his character.
I get it. I will say this to you: for as much as I dislike the man, ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Oh man, that's a landslide, dude. If this doesn't usher him in, I mean,
Yeah,
good.
so we
and I
Even
think
if it,
I think
go ahead.
people realize that this is going to happen, and that's where these conspiracy theories come in. They know that whether this is a conspiracy or not, it's going to propel him. He's going to be a hero. He is a hero, according to every, whatever, and he wins.
we got a couple people in the audience or in the our viewers here.
Yeah,
PMD is saying, you ever watch wrestling like WWF, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair? Those guys do camera tricks and cut themselves all the time.
And they do. They juice
that
all the
is true.
time, but they're not taken around through the year with a high caliber rifle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing about it is the when I looked at the picture, it was a hole. Like it was literally like somebody
Hmm.
took a gauge puncher, just popped the hole
Big
through his
Mama
ear.
Lisa's saying, I'm just sad that this is probably just going to be Reagan 2.0, and we all know how Reagan fucked the country or fucked the economy. History is an open book that no one bothers to read, you know?
I'll tell you
True.
what,
We
and
talked about that in the
we'll
pre-show.
yeah, we'll talk about this next week. We won't talk about it this week. You know, a lot of more of what society collapses. You know, and are we headed that way? Like I said, we won't go too much into detail with that to this week, but we will talk about it. You know, next week.
It's the
And
title of
Um,
PM
next week's episode: "Fat and Spicy Break Society."
PMD also includes being a con man is right in his wheelhouse too, though.
And I get
that's
that.
true.
I get
That's
that,
true.
but there's there's only so much con you can pull. I
I'm.
believe.
I'll tell you this. You know, I'm very on the fence about it all. Like I said, again, there's too many coincidences for it to not be fishy.
Right?
Now, part of me says, hey, it was cultivated by Trump to get the landslide victory, to make him look like this, this 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 god image, this war god, that's just invincible. The other part of me is, maybe he didn't know anything about it. Maybe there is somebody trying to Reagan him, and he doesn't know anything about it. They just messed, they fucked up, you know. We don't know. Like I said, that's the only thing about it. There's just too many if and ands, and I don't think there's enough that ties it back to Trump to sit there and say it was Trump's idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
can you
know, and
imagine
that
someone say, "Okay, we're just gonna nick you on the ear. You're gonna turn.
right on the ear, like
Yeah.
that was.
We're gonna tell you. We're gonna put this
Yeah.
little earpiece in your ear. We're gonna tell you exactly when to turn, and then we have. Don't worry, we have a shooter on you that is a pro shooter. By the way, we're gonna also kill him. He's been okay with us sacrificing his life for this. Like, I don't know. I just think things are.
I do want to know what that little yellow thing was in his hand. I'm not saying it's part of any conspiracy. I'm just
Yeah.
curious to know what it was, because Secret Service has these presidents rigged up with all kinds of shit. Like, he's wearing a vest under
Oh
that suit.
yeah.
He has to
Yeah.
be. There's
You
no
think it's like
question
a
about it.
panic button or something? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just curious to know what it is. Maybe it's a hand touch thing to open
Maybe
move
it's
the
one of those
teleprompter.
old
It could be
man.
anything.
Maybe it's one of those old man zappers when he goes to shake people's hand. He zaps people,
It's
and he's
it's
like,
it's. I
I mean,
saw somebody on the online. They posted a picture. It was a package of Heinz ketchup.
yeah,
It's
no.
horrible.
There's a lot
the
of
Vampire
local
says.
vampire. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
That's
ahead.
you.
Go ahead. You get it. You got it.
Reminds me of Theodore Roosevelt. He was shot and actually taunted the shooter by saying, "It takes more than that to kill a bull moose."
Exactly. Again, that mentality, that I got the biggest balls in the room mentality.
Yep, yep.
You know what you're signing up to, what you're gonna get into. You know it. If you speak out against the cartel, you best believe you better know, what I'm saying,
You
what's gonna
fucking
what the
know.
what the potentiality of it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You write a
yeah.
diss track against Drake, guess what's gonna happen? Drake's gonna say something to you. Like it is. You know, if you have any common sense, you'll know what you're getting into. Um, Another thing that they were, I was gonna
Hold on,
show you
real quick.
guys.
While
Mhm.
you're doing that, I have to interrupt. Um, Kurt LeMay paid 1,500 spicy bits for me to play the bongos.
Why
I
are you
have to
not
do it
playing the bongos, dude? What are you
because I
doing?
was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to
should have
finish your
been. You
order.
should have. You should have been. Put on your
No, man.
loincloth and started.
All right. Well, while you're playing the bongos, I'm gonna read what Big Mama Lisa said to everybody.
Yeah. I had to give him a shout out. I was waiting.
Hmm. What's up, Curtis? Thanks for the bongo
Thanks for the
play.
bongos, man.
He
I love it when
hasn't
people
played
do
the
that.
bongos in a long time.
I'm gonna give you 1,500 spicy bits if you change your name to Curdle Turtle.
Turtle. The Big Mama Lisa says, could be a paid guy that was paid to miss, but wasn't a trained dude to actually miss appropriately, and he wasn't told he would be killed, quote unquote killed. Maybe promised he'd come out just fine and have lots of money to go with it.
Possibly.
That sounds believable. Again, just same way that a lot of these conspiracies sound believable. But and people
Right.
were saying that as well, but they were saying that it doesn't matter if he did kill him or if he didn't kill him, if he did hit or he didn't hit, it was going to be a ricochet or a snowball effect of chain reactions. That's what's going to happen. You
Yes.
know,
It
um,
it wasn't the
I think
cause, it was the event. And
it's
I
the
will
effect. Yeah,
reach out, and I don't want to. I'm not, Mama. I love you, Mama Lisa. But a lot of these conspiracy theories that come out always start with could be, could be, could be. I really want to wait till we know all of the facts, because I think the facts will come out on this one. This one's, I think, pretty open and shut in my opinion. And I think in about 2-3 weeks we're all gonna know everything there is to know about it.
but do you think?
I think
Do you
it'll.
think? Who do you think is going to crack it first? You think it's going to be the services or the people?
I think the services need the people to do it right.
I think with the age of technology that we're in, man, there's so much information in our hands. I think we have some of the best detectives on TikTok.
I agree. I agree. But then, because we have that, you also have the charlatans. I have seen so many posts on TikTok about conspiracy this and conspiracy that, and not one of them has stated the facts. Trump, this guy, on the building, shot, survived, end of story, blah, blah, blah. It's all, look at this thing, look at the Secret Service, how they put them, look at the, stop. I don't know. It's hard to know who to believe anymore. It's hard to know which direction to look at for any real information. But
I mean,
we're going to talk about that next week too. About when you've been lied to so many times, you can't believe anything.
I mean, think about it. I mean, we like I said again. This goes back to the beginning where it says, we don't really have a history of doing well with telling the truth. Like I told you earlier in our little pre-discussion before the show, me and you growing up, we thought motherfucking Christopher Columbus was a great guy.
No,
We thought he was a great guy. We thought he was out there giving out turkeys and dancing. No,
I was
it's
never
not what
taught that he
happened.
gave out turkeys though.
No, but you know what I mean to say.
I know.
We thought. I mean, look at Thanksgiving. What do we? It's a day of what? Pilgrimage.
I just had
Come
I
on.
just had I just had an image of like the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria with
Yeah.
like the ramps going down onto the beach, like sailors just handing out turkeys to the Native Americans. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Bad
They
bad.
handed out something called smallpox.
It's called diphtheria.
Yeah, like, but again, like this is what we were paid. This is what the image that we were painted by the so-called people that we trust enough to raise our kids and to teach them the truth about the world.
Mhm.
You find out that one of these things is lied about. What else is lied about? You know what I'm saying? What else is
Yeah.
covered? What else is what's the term they call washed? You know, and strained and changed through history. So again,
And
you can't help but to try to be different, to try to think outside the narrative, to try to think outside the box, so that you're not what they call quote unquote a sheep. So you're not just a follower, and believing
remember
that
what they
Christopher Columbus came with good wills and tidings.
remember what he said in Citizen Kane when they were talking about the war? He said, "You supply the war, I'll supply the headlines." You can't believe everything
Exactly.
you read, guys. You can't.
No. I mean, we all seen the video. We all seen the mashup of the news of those news stations that they all were playing the same
To
message
say
in the
the
same
same
way.
words
And
at the same I love those.
God, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, geez
Because they all
Louise.
dude, when I worked at the radio station, I would pull the news from the AP wire, and it was literally a printer that just printed out the news. I would pull it, I would highlight the bullet points. That was my first job, was to highlight the bullet points of the news story, hand it over to the news guy. And guess what? Every other radio station in Portland subscribed to AP. And they were all had guys like me that were pulling the copy, highlighting it, handing it to the news guy. And guess what? We're all pretty like-minded. We're all highlighting the same shit. So they're reading the same shit. The
Yeah,
news don't change. Everybody gets their news from like 2 or 3 sources that sent to the news companies, and they just parrot it. There's no original thought
exactly.
anymore.
For those that don't know what the shooter looks like, Thomas Matthew Crooks. We got a picture. We'll put him up so you
Yeah.
guys can see. I think I went to school with this. I'm
What?
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Horrible joke. It just looks like a typical guy I went to school with. And the fact that he actually does like somebody I went to school with is crazy, but he's not.
I think we all went to school with somebody like that with the hair slicked and the glasses and
Yeah,
that kinda schmarmy
yeah,
look.
yeah. They
He
said
ain't
he
got
was a
no
real.
lips,
It
I'll
was.
say
They
that.
said he was a.
Look at his lips. His lips are fucked up. He's got the lips of a fucking psycho.
Shut up, bro. So they say he was a computer savant. So he was really smart though.
Oh, I believe it.
You
Did he
know,
crack under the weight of his own genius? I mean, that happens. You get so smart, you think you've got every answer, and sometimes that every answer ain't the best answer.
But I did want to show again. I did want to show some different videos of the Secret Service acting in different ways in different scenarios, so we can say, hey, were they acting out of the ordinary, or is that just
Yes.
how the Secret Service is?
Right?
You know, they said he
Like I
was the
said, I was
quiet kid. They said he got picked on a lot. They
well,
said that he didn't really have any friends. But again, I mean, come on, they say that about every guy that goes
right?
out or every person that goes out and kills. You got that one neighbor that comes to the fucking. He was always a quiet guy and he didn't have any friends, and nobody really heard about him, and where it's just,
Dude, I wish I had a neighbor that was a fucking serial killer because it's a quiet, good neighbor. They're like, he's a great neighbor. I have shit neighbors.
You notice how they're all
so loud as
men?
hell.
And
Yes,
that's all I
I
gotta
have
say.
noticed that they're all men. I've been thinking about that recently,
Yeah,
actually. It
that's
was brought up
because
on
the
another
the uh,
podcast I
the
listened
the
to.
women are too smart to get caught. We already
There
know that.
have been a few female serial killers out there that have actually
Well,
hunted their prey.
not just I'm not, well, yeah, definitely serial killers, but like these kids are people who go into school shootings
Yeah.
and mass shootings. There's there's a lot of dudes doing a lot of wrong. Just saying, no offense,
Well,
guys.
no, there's no offense taken. There's a science behind that. This was part of the podcast I was listening to. was that the male psyche, the male adolescent brain. I mean, you've always heard the saying that girls mature faster than boys. Scientifically proven that the female brain is more psychologically advanced at 12, 13, 14 than a male brain is. Case in point, I'm still fucking 14 in my head and I'm 47. You know what I mean? It's like we don't think the same. So girls
Oh
are
yeah,
more
I'm not
likely.
saying there were no
I
female
personally
serial
believe
killers. There's a lot of
I
female serial
personally believe
killers.
that it's not the fact that it's more men than it is women. I think it's just like I said. I think it's women are smart enough to not get caught.
That's why.
I mean, who spends hours in their day watching crime documentaries, murder documentaries? Not me. Not me. I'll tell you that much. It ain't me. I don't know how to dispose of a body, but I guarantee somebody in this chat does. And it ain't us. I'm just saying. Somebody's laughing. It ain't me.
Oh yeah, we'll do a cross-country word tour. I'm down with you, Mama Lisa, and I'm very well educated on the female serial killers of this country and other countries. But I mean, I'm talking about like the present day, like everything that's happening right now.
Again, I think men are easily we are easily manipulated into thinking that we want to do what's right, and like Mama Lisa said, or like who said that they were PMD was saying, it's for the better cause. We want to amount to something. We want to make our ancestors proud. It's in our DNA to want to stand out as a man and feel above the rest. So can we be easily coerced? Yes. Can people stroke our egos into doing things? Yes. I mean, come on, look at when you're drunk and you're like, your friends are like, do it, man, you can fucking do it, and then you fucking break your neck trying to do a backflip.
Homie, that's why I got married the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Talked into it, man.
I tell you, I was reading this thing. I don't know if I was reading it or I was watching it, talking about, if you ever cheat on your guy and you kind of want to, don't make him feel as bad, just stroke his ego a little bit. Say, hey, I just, for what it's worth, yours was bigger, a lot bigger.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, and he's like, oh, okay, maybe, maybe it was, but that's what I'm saying. It's an ego thing. Again, men have these egos, and it's like they're like, oh, okay, maybe we can work it out. Yeah. It's like, no, you cheated.
You're a
but
cheater.
Let's
I would hope that no guy would be like, I don't know. I would hope that if I would never cheat on somebody, but if I were to ever to, I would hope that my guy would be like, nah, fuck you, bitch, you're gone. Cause like
you'd be surprised on what guys are actually willing to do, but I can't say that I'm one of them. But like I said, we want to roll some of these extra clips here to show how the Secret Service. And again, guys, this was Secret Service. It did have police badge, yes, but under the bottom it says a Secret Service tag in gray letters.
Absolute wants you to show him your goodies.
I will definitely show you my goodies. This here is a little trinket that I got from a Chinese boy on my tour in the Philippines. Just kidding.
Was
I'm
that
waiting for Laws to put the videos up.
No, he's got it.
All right.
So we're gonna see here. I think one of them these. We'll see which one.
We're gonna start with Trump.
Okay, so this one here is Trump here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Back up! He's in handcuffs. The guy that rushed the motorcade is in handcuffs.
Okay, so let's back it up to the beginning.
This is different. He's not out of the car.
No, but still, I want you to see how the service acts and how the cops are running. Okay, first of all, I want to go to the very beginning. There's the black officer there, and look at his leg when he's walking. This guy can barely walk. What is he doing? Why is he protecting the president?
Oh my goodness!
No, and then you got the Secret Service guy here.
No! Stop! You have to go back before you move on to the next. He's walking like that because he's trying to find a defensive posture on this guy. He's trying to cut him off. Like if he's going to go left.
Look how he walks when he leaves.
I'm telling you.
With his leg.
Look at him.
When he's escorting the victim out, or the guy, the arrestee, when he's escorting him out, he's still wobbling.
I guess you robbed the child for that Chinese trinket you got on your desk, so you know more than.
Hold up there, baby.
Well, hey, you know what? Give him credit. He was the first one on the fucking scene. Where's everybody else?
That is not.
He's not a Secret Service dude, is he? Dude, that's
no. He's a cop, but still, he's in charge. They put him at the front protecting the president. Come on.
got there before anybody else. Captain Limplegs. He did the job.
Secret Service.
Look at the last guy. Look at this guy. He's out of breath. He's like, stand back.
Oh my
Stand
goodness.
back. Right here, right.
Handcuffs.
He about tripped.
The guy that rushed the motorcade is in handcuffs.
You're such a goober, dude.
I'm just
Wait.
saying. I'm
Is
just
the
saying.
guy
Like,
hold on. Is the guy that attacked already wearing a jail jumpsuit?
yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, he was a protester, and he ran out in front of the thing with a sign,
No.
and he was protesting, and yeah.
But that's a much more that's a
again,
much more likely scenario that I'm sure they're used to. So they're going to react like as quickly as they did. They were very swift with him. Whether the guy was limp-legged or not, they still got that guy and got him on the wall quickly, right?
but my thing is this: is the state of
Well,
the people that are guarding him. Okay, now we chalk it up to say, is what happened with the shooting? Is it
You're
it
asking the wrong
is it an
question.
inside job? Is it an inside job, or is it just
No.
what is this the best we got? This is what we got. We got
How
limp
do you know?
guys with limp legs and overweight.
How do you
Secret
know that
Service
that's his leg?
agents.
How do you know that he hasn't been walking in that motorcade for so long, dedicated to the president, that he shit in his pants instead of went and found a porta potty? He's got a full load. That's the problem here.
Adult diapers, man. Adult diapers. All right, so
Officer Dookie shorts.
we got another one with Biden where basically one of his cars and told that was going to be following him got hit.
Mr. President, why are you losing to Trump in the polls?
He reacts to that one.
You see a mermaid. Oh, there.
Back up.
Holy hell.
Wait, I don't even know what happened.
So they ran into his
He ran into one of the cars in the presidential motorcade.
in the motorcade.
I don't think he hit the
Oh, that's the
beast.
wrong
He
one?
didn't hit the actual
No,
president.
no. But as soon as you hear that pow,
Mr.
the president
President,
should
why
be
are you
getting ushered
losing
away.
to
The
Trump
president
in
should
the
be being
polls?
moved. But no, he's out there in the open.
He's out there with
he's-
his mouth gapped open, like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's like, what was that? Look at him. He's just looking there like, huh? What was that?
And I think we've all been in some kind of a car accident in one or another form. That sound of metal hitting metal in an accident is unmistakable.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then they're basically looking. They're like, all right, they're all looking. It's like, and he's taking his sweet time to get. I would have threw old
Right,
Dirty
I was
Joe
like,
in there.
look how slow
Get
he's
your
getting.
old
It's
ass
almost
in
like
there.
it's
He's
almost
got
like
his head
they slowed down
exposed.
the video.
His head's exposed at the top of the car there. If there was a sniper, it'd be gone.
It
Who
almost
knows
looks,
that that's not a diversion for the shooter, you know? If
But exactly, but that's the thing though. In those
and they're not
situations,
taking these into account. What
and
if there
that's
was more than one shooter at the Trump rally and he raises his fist and then there's the shot? You can't let these guys do this. If you're going to protect them, I've seen in some countries where the officers carry foldable bulletproof shields if they make a shell, You're not getting another
no,
shot off. These guys are
no.
leaving our presidents exposed. This is awful.
Laws, can you pull a picture of that iconic fist raise with Trump?
Yeah, show us
Um,
we'll end it with that picture.
So again, though, like I said, like I was saying, was it an inside job, or is this just the best that the United States Secret Service guys? This is just the best that we can do. These
Unfortunately, I
guys
think
are
that's
out
the
there.
answer.
They're out of shape. They're a shape, it's round, but you know what I mean. You know, is that just it? Is it? We've just fallen, on our
You're worried, but
standards.
dude, you've answered your own question. Is that the best we can do? Look at our two candidates. That answers
That's
it
the
right
show.
there. That's
That's
the
the show
best
right
America
there.
can do.
Okay. Do we have another angle? Because there's the Secret Service here. Do we have an angle from like the top where we can see how? So this lady's here is supposed to be guarding the president. They're supposed to be shielding him. They are
Oh,
the
you're
human
gonna get
shield.
on this again? Come on.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do the job
Oh.
and you're gonna set the example, you don't put somebody at the forefront that's guarding his face. She is literally up to his chest.
She's tiny.
And I'm
I do
not
agree
saying
with
women
that.
can't do the job. I'm not saying, but if you're gonna play football, you gotta know the rules. You gotta know the rules. You gotta,
I-
you gotta, you gotta be able to run the
Absolute
dash.
has a nice question for us guys. Who was more likely to have pooped themselves this month, Biden or Trump?
I think it's that you can't answer that. That's a 50-50.
I think it's definitely gonna be. I think they both put themselves. Honestly, I
That's what I'm
think it's
saying.
just one of the.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can't.
Trump is just he's one of those things. He's like, I'm just gonna have the maid clean it. Can you send Glory over, please? I got a
I take the
stinky.
best poops. My poops are great. It way depends. They're wonderful.
And Biden's just like, oh.
Listen, Jack, I took a dump in my drawers. Okay, Pirates of the
I think
Caribbean.
I think he just walks off stage and is like, I had an accident, and
And that's it.
and he explains why he walks so slow off stage.
Help me, Kamala.
Oh God.
So,
Oh man.
yeah.
Trump proved himself to assert dominance.
Hey,
There is
I've
a
done it.
better one like where you can actually see how actually short he is. But yeah, no. Aside from this, guys, inside job, outside job. Do we know? No, we don't. Is there facts? Is there anything that has definitive proof? We don't know. Where is one thing for sure. I think they would have taken that shooter alive. Yes,
Yes,
they would have
absolutely.
they would have tried to take him alive. Um, was killing him part of the plan? No,
No.
I don't think that they wanted to kill him. I think that was a split reaction, and somebody did their job the right way. And I can say for certain that I don't think they wanted to kill him.
No. I mean,
Uh,
I they didn't. They had to kill him, but if they had the choice, I think it would have been different.
Yeah,
yeah,
Holy
and
shit, guys!
one last shout out to Corey and his loved ones,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely, Corey. Rest in peace. We hope that your family finds
and anybody
some
else
peace
who
in
was
knowing
injured in the.
and the injured. Yeah,
But
Mhm.
again, guys, the hero before you didn't have his fist in the air, wasn't worried about his shoes.
nope.
This guy here was shielding his family from the potential threat. It doesn't matter if the bullets were coming at him or not. He knew what he had to do as a man and as a father. This is to me is what a real hero is, And
Fat and
like I
spicy
said,
salute you.
most definitely. Um,
Sorry to get heavy on you guys today, but heavy times in the country call for sometimes uncomfortable, heavy conversations. And I've noticed that we've had a lot more people in the chat interacting with this conversation. I think it is something important. I'm glad we did touch on it, guys. Thank you, Yusuf, for bringing your friends as well. You guys, thanks for sticking around and putting your input out there. Stay strong. We're a strong
yeah,
country. We're all friends here. No bullshit. Just love everybody, right? What else can you say?
exactly. Everybody, what did Jackie Moon say? Everybody love everybody.
That's right.
But no, in other news, guys, in other news, there was a couple of celebrity deaths. You know,
Yeah, man. Richard
I
Simmons, are
mean,
you kidding me?
Richard Simmons, man, the godfather of
What?
of leotards.
Yeah. Grandma used to have his workout record and would put it on, and she'd be in the living room working out to
Oh my
Richard
gosh.
Simmons on the record player in the
Come
old
on.
days.
I remember the first time I saw Richard Simmons was in Space Jam.
Really?
They were watching him on the TV. They're like, "All right, you're doing it. You're gonna get mighty," and they're working out.
I remember. I'm old enough to remember back when he was on like Carson all the time and Joan Rivers show. Joan Rivers loved him. He was all over the late night talk shows and dancing, or what is it, sweating to the oldies.
Yeah,
You deal a
Luz, we sent
meal.
you the link. There should be an article in
Yeah,
there with a lot of the.
yeah.
So yeah, but dude, I mean, you can't forget. And people say did Richard Simmons used to wear a headband?
No,
He never wore a headband.
never wore a headband
Where did that headband thing
because his
come
hair
from?
was so froey.
I don't know
I don't
why,
know,
but in
but he
my
never wore a
mind, he
headband.
wore a headband. And
No,
and then people say they even bought the Halloween costume. It comes with a headband.
maybe the Halloween costume did, but I don't know about
And
that.
people and
But
people say, "Hey, Mandela effect."
I'll tell you the reason I can say that for a fact is because of that record. I've stared at his picture enough to know exactly what he looks like, and he always had that crown of fro, and a sweatband would have blocked that off, and it wouldn't have been so permed
He
and
ever
poofy.
age? Man.
He didn't look that great towards the end, I saw, but he didn't
Oh,
look
okay.
that bad. That's a fact. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at his pimp.
It's pimp.
Look at
I
him.
know. I mean, if anything's for certain, this guy is Pauly Shore's dad.
Dude,
Right?
have you saw that Paulie's playing him?
Really?
Yeah, Paulie's
No,
playing him, and it's coming out real soon.
no better person to play it. No better
That's what
person to play.
and Richard
You
wasn't
know,
happy about it.
I
Richard
can,
wasn't happy about it. He
you know,
said, "If I'm
Pauly
gonna,"
can.
well, he wasn't mad about Paulie, but he said, "If somebody's gonna write a movie about my life, I wanna be involved." He wasn't involved in any of it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else
So,
did we
there was
lose?
that. We lost Dr. Ruth. Anger is a
Dr. Ruth,
demonstration of sexual
the
confusion.
the the sex doctor. You know what I'm
A
saying?
horny
The
old German broad, yeah.
right there she is, guys.
There
This
she is,
That's
lady
gonna
right
man.
be me
here.
when I get older.
Oh God, I just saw the movie Trolls.
That guy that
Um,
chick handled more wood than Paul Bunyan.
dude, I'm telling you, man.
You
I'm
think?
telling you, dude. Hugh Hefner has nothing on this.
No, no.
What?
Wilt Chamberlain,
No,
she is
come
the
on,
queen. She is the ruler of the universe when it comes to putting numbers up.
dude. That lady right there, man.
She got so many notches in her headboard, she sleeps on a toothpick.
Good
There
for
ain't nothing
her.
left.
All right, who
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, it was always good. We used to like watching her because grandma, again, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and this was one lady that she would watch. And it was the one time we were allowed to listen to sex stuff because Dr. Ruth was saying it and grandma wanted to hear it, which makes me wonder if grandma was a horny old broad.
You
No,
already
now I'm seeing
know.
pictures. Let's move on to the next one.
Shannon
Guys,
Doherty,
are you
guys.
serious?
Charmed. If you grew up on Charmed,
I
90210,
grew up on Charm.
Beverly
90210,
Hills.
no.
Come on.
Breast
You
cancer.
know, yeah. Along she was fighting it for a while, you know.
She was prepared though.
Oh,
She's really, really pretty too.
Yeah, she is.
oh,
Like she's
yeah,
a
definitely.
gorgeous lady. I didn't
I,
think too much of her acting, but I had to watch Charmed because my wife liked it. And I just never, even Alyssa Milano, she never struck me as a great actress. Like her roles weren't convincing to me. But I'm not speaking ill of the dead. Sorry, Shannon.
oh, you're good. Excuse me.
Who else? Was that it? I feel like I'm
No,
missing somebody.
no, come on now. Come on now.
Who am I missing?
Who is that
Who's
girl?
the old star? Come on.
Who's that girl?
Oh no, Shelley Duvall, olive fucking oil, dude.
Shelley
Olive
Duvall.
oil.
Yep,
So
olive oil from Popeye, guys.
I wasn't big on The Shining, right? Like I don't like horror. I've
What?
seen it. I don't like horror. My life growing up was horror. I don't need that shit now. But
A different kind of
so
horror, man.
I used to watch Popeye a lot. It was a great musical. Robin Williams killed it as Popeye. She played Olive Oil, and I'm telling you, the best casting for that role ever was her in Popeye. If you guys haven't seen it, go on to whatever streaming services, Google it, find it, watch it, dude. It'll change your life. Robin Williams in a musical, Popeye.
Yeah, the Shining Lady. That's exactly who she was.
Yeah, that's her.
And last but not least, guys, if you are a fan in the sports world, we
Oh shit.
definitely RIP to Jacoby Jones, guys.
Yeah, man.
Super Bowl champion. Come on.
You think
Who's
they
this
bury him
guy?
with the ring?
And I think that, I mean, it depends if it's a momentum, that his sons or his family wants to keep. I definitely understand.
If you won the Super Bowl, would you want to be buried with your ring?
He played for the Ravens and the Texans. If no, I would definitely
No.
leave anything I own to my family.
There you go.
For mementos.
They're like, you can't take it with you. You're like, bullshit.
How did he pass?
I don't know.
Right there, I think he was. I think they say that it was related to sleep apnea. So we're not entirely sure. There hasn't been an actual release.
Wear your
Not
CPAP,
at
ladies
least,
and gentlemen.
at least
Right?
when
Go
I
get your
looked.
CPAPs.
At least when I looked, there wasn't a full diagnosis of what.
That's sad.
Guys, in other news, I know a lot of you have heard that Cartoon Network shut its doors, and that's it. Our childhood gone in the
Do you believe
milliseconds
that,
that we
dude?
had.
I didn't
Oh,
mean for that
there's.
to happen. I
I
played
was
the
Oh,
wrong
like, is
sound.
there music I'm hearing? I was
No,
like,
thank
I
you.
played.
No,
I hit the wrong button on the soundboard.
this guy blasting my eardrums out. Yeah, no. If you look, guys, it says it ain't so. But
It
good
ain't
news,
so.
guys, it ain't so. It
Our
ain't so.
childhood remains intact.
Despite all the rumors that you see on Facebook, TikTok, all the hashtags, rest in peace, Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is still alive and well. They were trending with a hashtag, and that was more to shed light on some of the conflicts that a lot of these animators have to go through, you know, with doing what they do in this day and age.
so it was fake
And now
news.
with
That's what you're getting
it was
at.
fake news.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It was fake news. Cartoon
And
Network themselves
you got to
came out and
worry
said,
about
"Hey
that.
guys, we're still
Now
alive
with
and
AI,
well." Yeah. Oh man,
AI
have
is
you
going to be
seen some of
drawing all
these?
the cards.
Have
I
you seen
have.
some of these AI commercials they're getting? Like you
Yes. The
look at the
stuff.
ones from before,
Prefer.
before,
Did you
Yep.
see the
before,
Trumped one with the orange juice? The Trumped orange juice one?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's creepy. The smiling
Yeah.
kids.
And it's just crazy, the AI, and people are using AI to pass medical school. They're using Chat
Yeah.
GPT to get their medical doctor's degree and all these things. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're using Chat GPT to write some half-ass show, or movie script.
I feel like we need to play the Trump AI one
If you
for
can find
everybody.
it,
I
put
got
it
it
You
up
right
ever
on
you
here.
have it ready? Pull them up.
Yeah.
And then we run into what we call deep fakes as well.
Oh yeah.
Imagine
It-
you're famous enough, Spicy. Somebody makes a deep fake snuff film about you or something.
I could be so lucky that anybody decides to do anything for me. Go ahead and let me get the volume up over here, Laws, real quick,
Oh,
and
I
then
haven't even
yeah, play
started
this.
it. I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, you
Go
ready?
for it. Yep.
Take a sip of our freshly squeezed orange juice and let the juicy, sweet liquid run down your throat. The right way to start your day. Perfect for a quick beverage or a family reunion. Your mother definitely won't think you're an embarrassment anymore. Each orange is hand squeezed by myself personally. Yummy. Orange juice. Make breakfast great again.
Yummy.
Freshly squeezed juice slide right down your throat.
The
Mhm.
fact that Trump squeezes these oranges by hand himself, it makes it 100% worth it.
That explains why he's so orange all the time.
Exactly.
He's too busy taking care of your breakfast.
He's not the Kool-Aid man, he's the orange juice man. He's
Oh
giving
yeah.
OJ the juice man a run for his money, okay?
Get that hand up in the air. He wasn't giving a fist pump. He was showing how he squeezes the oranges.
Yeah, that's what was in his hand. That's what was in his
That
hand.
that was the thing in his hand. It was an orange peel. Make
He was peel
breakfast great
he
again.
was
It was
he was
awesome.
peeling. He was peeling. That's what it was. He
Oh
just
man.
pulled the piece off. Golly, guys, this is ridiculous.
This has been a good episode. I'm enjoying this one a lot.
Oh, guys, we're gonna get ready here to wrap it up. But before we do, we want to bring in our segment that we're gonna be trying to include in every episode, guys, especially with guests. We call it advice. We're gonna have the advice section where we're gonna dive into Reddit and hopefully help some people out with their problems in the advice section on Reddit. So Laz is gonna pick that up, give us a couple of little fun ones to deal with, and
You and your
we'll talk
Reddits and
about
Oh,
it.
I'm not even gonna read these. I'm just gonna blindly give them to you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Just start reading.
I'm feeling so
Good.
disconnected. About
Aren't
2
we all?
months About 2
Oh,
months
you're reading
ago.
it.
Yeah. About 2 months
About 2
ago,
months
I
ago.
got into a car accident that resulted in 7 spinal injuries. I was in the hospital for 4 days in intensive care. As of recently, I've been feeling very depressed, disconnected from everyone, and feeling everyone around me, and overall just feeling like I'm out of it or disassociated 24/7. In the past week, I haven't been feeling like myself or even a person. I know I should talk to a doctor, and I plan to, but is there anything I can do right now to relieve the discomfort I have from not feeling
Yep.
like a person?
Yep.
Please give
Dr.
any
Spicy has your
advice.
answer.
Please give any
Now,
advice that you have that could help me feel better right now.
do we
I got
have
it.
a name? Do we have a username or something?
I believe it's vomit for you.
Okay,
Okay,
vomit for
vomit for you.
you. Vomit for you. The only thing I can tell you right now is, are you on pain medication? If so, maybe that has something to do with
No,
how
no.
you're feeling disassociated. You definitely can feel outside yourself if you're on too much pain medication and you're not used to it. So maybe talk to your doctor about that.
I'm just gonna go the next easiest step, man. I think you're making it too difficult. You just need to buy a monkey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you get a monkey. You
Bro.
won't feel disassociated because you got a little furry thing running around the house helping you out, bringing you bananas and like cookies and shit. It
Herbs and
does
shit.
tricks. I'm just telling you. Get a monkey,
Not
your
everybody
problems are
can
solved.
afford a monkey.
Monkey slings poop, man. I don't want that.
You take the bitter with the better.
No, I don't think the last thing she has 7 spinal injuries. I think the last thing she needs to be doing is bending
It's
over
chasing a
cleaning up
monkey around the
poop.
Okay,
house.
so one of the few horror movies I've seen was Stephen King's Monkey Shines. He got a monkey named Ella that helped him around the house. He was in a wheelchair. He was all fucked up. He got a monkey. Changed his
Local
life.
vampire thinks that vomit for you needs a little bit of that devil's lettuce.
I'm not gonna argue with that, man. You got to play the bongos, baby.
To me,
Get some
that's
of that jungle fungus
cilantro.
in you.
Ugh, that devil's
jungle
lettuce is
fungus.
cilantro, man.
All right, what's
Ugh.
the next one we got?
All right.
Like I said, talk to your doctor. Definitely.
I think my mom is cheating on my dad. What do I do?
Confront her up to her face. Be like, you.
My tea pancake is saying my mom is a recent recovering cocaine addict who started rehab roughly 2.5 months ago. She went a place near where she grew up instead of where we lived, which was very far away. I came to visit her this summer since she got out recently with my 2 other siblings. She has a friend who apparently does some work around the house and has helped her since she got out. I've met him a couple times since she pays him to do the work, and he sometimes cooks us dinner. My dad is still in the country where we live, but had to stay due to work. Last night I heard my mom laughing with someone on the phone like a little schoolgirl talking to her crush. I snuck up and saw that guy, saw that it was that guy who would come around the house. I act like I didn't know who she was calling and asked her since she had been very loud with her laughter. She replied saying she was calling out one of her friends who isn't the guy who helps around the house. I knew she was lying, so I confronted her. She said she only lied due to her addictive personality, and I thought I would find it inappropriate. I would find it inappropriate.
That's bullshit.
Yada, yada, yada.
Okay, first of all, it is highly inappropriate for you to be staying up at night talking to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, who isn't your husband. And you can do it, there's a thing called what is it called? I want to say it's not manners, it's respect, mutual respect. You wouldn't want your husband up at the middle of the night talking to some random female that he says is a friend. In the daytime is different, everybody's awake, everything's up. At night, if you need to talk to somebody, you have your husband, call your husband. If your daughter's there, she'll talk to you. But you're in the room, and then the thing about it is you lied about it. That's the big thing.
Yes.
Is you lied about who you were talking to. And history has shown us 9 times out of 10 that if somebody's lying about something, it's because there's a deeper hidden meaning or something around it. They don't want you,
But
to know
all
about
of that being said, I want to ask you, is it the son's responsibility to turn in his mom for that?
Yes, as a child, I think it starts when you're young. If you see something wrong, say something. You know what I'm saying? It's not snitching. It's more or less holding people accountable. And that's the thing about today and age. Nobody's held accountable for their actions.
I guess so. I think on this matter, and I'm not on every matter, but on this matter, we don't know everything that's going on. We don't know if the husband is distant, if he's abusive, if whatever. There could be a million different things. So I pause to give advice on this one seriously without knowing more backstory. But I will say, you guys, why do you need to cheat? What's the point? If you're married, you can go upstairs and close your eyes and still do it with the lady that you married. Isn't any sex better than no sex? I mean, just go upstairs and get it from her. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's the
Turn
spice
the
of life.
lights
Just
off and
close your
pretend it's
eyes and
someone
pretend it's
else.
somebody
Yes.
else.
Why not? Isn't that a quick, easy fix? I don't know. Am I
Oh
wrong? Am I
God.
wrong?
Oh my goodness
I just
gracious,
you
guys.
shouldn't be cheating in the first place. If you feel the need to go and be with somebody else and you haven't agreed to that in your own relationship, that it's okay to go be with someone else and then come back home, then you definitely need to leave the person that you're with
I
because you
agree with that.
obviously
I agree with that. Why are you gonna hurt
Yeah,
the guy by running around on him when you could just be like, "It's over. I need to live my own life and do my own
yeah,
thing."
exactly. We'll
because
You
do
know?
one
people
more,
are.
guys, before we gotta go.
Yeah, one more. One more. I like this.
Sorry, I'm skipping through the young underage ones just because I don't think it's appropriate to be give some of these, but um feeling broken. This one's just okay.
Aren't we
I'm a
all?
male 24. I have well, this is really bad grammar. So I have no any money. I have no money to start my forex business. I don't know what that is, but my parents are strictly against any type of business. Should I take debt or have to wait wait till I have some savings? Kindly give some suggestions what I have to do. Appreciate your support. Thanks. Um I've started some previous businesses, but they have failed me.
What's
All
his
right.
name?
Black Mamba.
Black Mambo. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, for you don't know, forex is day trading, guys. Not to
Yes.
be confused with the stock market trading.
No.
Forex
No,
trading is
it's
open all week.
quick.
And it's one of those that you can actually trade foreign businesses and stuff like that, foreign trade. So overseas and
Listen,
stuff like that. If you want to make some fast, quick money, you know what you're doing, guys. You know how to read the algorithms. You know how to you're lucky. You got some luck on you. Definitely check it out.
but I'm as a parent, and I think you're going to agree with me. If my child comes and says, "I have a dream about doing this and this or that," isn't that our responsibility to nurture those dreams instead of squashing them? You don't know what I mean. The child, even if he fails, it's a lesson, right? You got to let them go
Child,
and be
yes,
their own
but this
person.
guy is 20 years old.
Okay, but that's what I'm
20
24.
years
saying.
old. He definitely needs to have his own job. He needs to be putting his own money at risk, not his parents' money. They've already raised him up 18 plus years,
But
making sure he has a roof over his head, food in his mouth, and
I
the
don't think
way
he
the
was
economy is right now, dude. I
asking him
don't
for
think
money though. I think he was
he
asking
he,
for a
he
loan
said
to do
no.
it,
He said I don't
right?
have any money.
But he wasn't talking about getting money from them. I think he was talking about getting an actual loan to do it, going into debt to do it.
Yeah.
First off, if you're going to play the market, don't do it if you're in debt. You won't win.
Mm.
Scared
Did you hear
money, just
about
like
that?
gambling, doesn't
Did you
make
hear
money.
about that guy who unalived himself because of the whole Bitcoin thing? Like he was like or maybe it wasn't Bitcoin, but it was like the stock markets. He was doing the stock markets and it totally like put him into major debt and he
Well, there's a lot of that.
ended up
So what
That's
happens
unaliving
happened
is
himself.
more.
a lot of these stock market brokers, these forex accounts, is they have people that will front you money. They'll front you money to make more money, and they'll take a cut off of it. You know what I'm saying? And they'll take what you owe them back, but they'll front you a certain amount of credits per
So
se.
it's kind of what the stock market calls buying on margin, and
Yeah.
it's just a terrible idea unless you have all of the money to
No.
back it up. Because if you
No.
get called
Yeah.
on that and
Yeah.
you don't
No.
have it, you're done.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the
It's
stocks is a very dangerous game to play with
But there
yeah.
are
if
ways
you
to
don't
hedge
know
your
what you're
money.
doing.
There are
Probably not
ways
going to
to.
start a business if you can't spell. Right
Well,
on the money,
that's a good
right?
idea. Actually, isn't
Yeah.
spelling kind of intricate to stock trading? You need to know the symbols.
Hey, exactly.
Well, he
If you
could
can't
spell,
read,
he
if you
just
can't read a
doesn't
graph, if you
he
can't
doesn't
read a
have
graph,
grammar. He can spell.
Yeah,
His
but I mean,
grammar's just
how do you find investors? Would you please like to donate money, please, to
yeah,
me so
if
I
you're
make
not
you more
sounding
Oh,
money?
I'm
literate,
telling
if
you.
I was an investor and you came to me and you were illiterate and you weren't able to speak correctly, I'd be like, no.
This guy's a bum on the street trying to hustle me for some change.
I'm just saying, man. If I don't care what the situation is, I'm going to let my kids take a shot.
Yeah,
And
I'll tell
if you're
you.
going to make the mistake, better to make it at 20 than at 45.
But again, he says he's tried it previous times and failed all the time.
Okay, then well, I mean,
Maybe it's not for him. Maybe he needs to try something else.
maybe it's not. Maybe you need to
Maybe
invest
I
in
trade
mean, you
as
can
something.
always
maybe.
wish your kids, okay, good luck, but it's not going to be me that's
I'll tell
giving you
you.
the
I'll tell you
money.
the biggest mistake that these young kids are trying to make is they see all these TikTok influencers who are flipping it consistently, fast, fast, fast. They don't think about long-term goals. They want quick money. They want fast money. They want it now. So they do these little investments, and they see a rise in profit of 2 cents, 5 cents, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I just made bank. I made $100
Oh,
extra."
it's
No,
more than that, dude.
it's more than
Y
that.
It's more than that. Think about what you're saying. You said it just right. It's the TikTok and shit. You watch these guys play slot machines on TikTok, and this one account, this guy's always putting in $1,000 and pulling out 12,000. But he ain't
Yep.
showing you the 80,000 he's put in and failed with. You
Yep.
can't rely on TikTok because the failures get views, but not as much as the big jackpots get. Watch those. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you're only going to put your best. These are all the wins that I've had. He doesn't, these guys on TikTok don't tell you how many millions of dollars they've lost day trading.
No, exactly. But again, that's the thing though. They have this fascination of it's quick, fast, easy money. It doesn't work like that. Yes, sometimes you do get lucky, like if you were investing back then whenever GameStop was on the rise, or AMC was on the rise, when they had that whole little break in. Yeah, sometimes you do get lucky. Sometimes people, you are able to ride the wave, but it doesn't
Nvidia.
happen all the time. It's not how it works.
Look at the dot-com bubble of the 90s.
Yeah.
1995, everybody thought that the internet stocks were going to be the way to go. By 2002, half of them were gone. By 2006, the other, 50% of the rest of them were gone. It's just awful.
Yeah. Yeah, but guys, that's all the time that we have
It
this
is.
week, guys.
Oh,
We
no, wait,
already
wait. I
an
didn't get to
hour.
finish my final advice for that guy. There was one
What's your
more thing I
final?
wanted to say. He needs to get a monkey.
That's
Take
true.
your money and get a monkey.
I'll give you the advice my dad gave me. Look at me. Give up. Lose hope. Never try. Never fail.
Good advice. Good advice from Fat and Spicy.
No, guys, join
Oh,
us
man.
next week as we talk about again,
What a
guys, the
time for an
collapse of
ad break.
society. Oh, is it an ad break? Are we in ad break right now? Are
Yeah.
we on
Oh,
an
shit.
ad right now?
Right
Yeah,
after
we
you
went a
gave
little
your
long.
amazing advice, we went straight to an ad break.
Oh,
That's all right. We got a minute 14
Laws, you want
after
to go
that.
ahead and find somebody to raid after this? We'll go ahead and that way we have them on standby already.
Oh, we could raid Fat and Spicy. They're streaming.
Oh yeah, Big Mama Lisa just started streaming.
Oh, she did. Yeah, let's go. Let's give it that to her.
Are we done ad
I
breaking?
like it.
No.
Yeah, no, we got another 50 seconds. You guys are seeing some behind the scenes when we go to ad breaks. Of course,
Exactly.
if you subscribe to the channel,
You
you
can
don't
see
get
all
the ad
this.
breaks. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
get to
can
see us
see all
talk
this.
behind,
You see all the
see
little
what we do
crazy
behind the
stuff.
action. Yeah,
What are
you
you
guys
guys
love
talking
it.
about?
You love it.
We don't normally pause during ad breaks.
No, we don't. We
No,
just
and we
talk. We just
should.
ramble on. We ramble on. It's
We
crazy.
do ramble. We ramble a lot, but it's all out of love and it's all out of trying to bring you guys just our
Because
point of
it's
view. Listen, when we talk about heavy stuff, we may be right, we may be wrong, but it's fun talking about it, at least. It's nice to collaborate with you guys and read your chats and comments and all that. We really appreciate you guys being around here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I appreciate it a little more than Spicy does.
and you're
Fuck
back.
you.
Welcome
Also,
back.
don't forget, I'm just gonna do a shameless plug for myself because I am one of the hosts, so I guess I can do what I want. I have been streaming some games, guys. I'm back playing GTA RP a little bit. Officer Santangelo's out there on the streets. You can find my streams. I'm either at the new Spicy on Twitch or at the new Spicy on YouTube. I would prefer you guys go to YouTube, check out those videos. You can see some of my favorite moments playing these games, and yeah, like, subscribe, do all that stuff over there. But before you do that, don't leave here without clicking the subscribe button. Just for Spicy, just for me, man. Please do it for me. Just clicky, clicky.
Guys, remember to subscribe, guys. You get to see the behind the scenes footage. No ad breaks for you guys, but we also will be entering you guys to win some prizes for us, whether it's merch, guys, or whether it's your chance to be on the show with us and talk and have some great moments, guys, and play some
Look what
games
I got.
here. What you got? What do you got? You got
I got our Fat and Spicy mug for those that haven't seen it yet.
yeah. Oh,
You guys can get a Fat and Spicy mug.
I like it. I like it.
I do too. My favorite mug.
But all right,
All
guys. But
right, Laws
again,
is telling us to go.
we gotta get out of here. We gotta
She
get
said
out of here.
recess is over.
All right, guys. But again, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you for following, and subscribing. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel there in the chat. Laws will put it up. Guys, if you want to see some of the previous episodes, if you enjoy what we do and want to see more and hear our voices, you can always go there, guys. Next week we will be sitting down again. We will be talking about a society that is on the verge of collapsing, guys. We're talking about is crypto currency, Bitcoin, going to be the new currency, guys, and a lot of things to come. You know, let's get deep. Let's talk about some things that make you feel uncomfortable. Are you ready for civil war and fish? And
Ain't no Civil War.
come on now,
I don't
fish
think
with
we'll ever get
herpes.
that
We're
far.
gonna talk about fish with herpes. We're gonna talk about
You did want to share that story with me, the herpy fish. We'll talk about that one on
we'll
Monday.
talk about that,
Oh,
and we're gonna talk about the bird flu on the run.
we got a lot to talk about next Monday. All the stuff that we couldn't get to today. Let's not let these guys forget that on Thursday, you won't be here, but I will still have special guests Yusuf and Danny Williams from Savage RP are going to join me. We're going to talk about what's new in the world of 5M, what's going on with all of that. And then we're going to get some of Yusuf's and Danny's opinions on what's going on in the state of the world because Yusuf lives in Egypt. And I really want to know what somebody who doesn't live in the United States thinks about what's going on in the world.
There you go, guys. And you'll find more of that on Thursday, guys. Remember to come out and show out. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy.
And this has been the Phat and Spicy Show.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
dude.
Always good to be here.
It's always good, dude. Did you hear that Eminem's album? Come on, dude. If anybody sings Eminem next year.
I listen to Ant Jones. Have you ever heard Snake Jazz?